Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 podcast. I'm your host, Crimson Sin.
15 PCA.
810-454.
Be sure to check us out over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Join the discussion over on Discord, link in the description below. And if you're enjoying the videos, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit that bell for notifications. So we finally got a trailer for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. And before we start, we got a special guest with us, Scott Summers 86. Long time super nerd geek stuff. We've been watching these things our whole entire lives, so it's kind of fun to have an extra voice. Go ahead and let everybody know.
Absolutely, it's really a pleasure to be here. Love the podcast. Love to be on here and talk geek.
So Obi-Wan Kenobi, it's all the prequel stuff, like, because we know that he got to the planet and we don't know what he did there for the most part. I know there's like the extended universe books and everything, so I don't know how much they're keeping from that, but I think they're gonna wash all that and make up new history, right?
Right, because you see a lot of the Inquisitors, you see
Rebels.
Rebel stuff, so we're seeing a lot of connections of like the actual hunting of the Jedi. So there might be more story based off of that.
Can we just say that Hugh McGregor hasn't aged a single millisecond
No.
since the end of freaking Revenge of the Sith? He looks exactly the same.
He literally looked like he walked back onto set like the next day.
It's ridiculous how good he looks.
I mean, it's been almost going close to 16, 17
Yeah,
years?
he still looks great.
Yeah, it's incredible.
People, the one thing I've been hearing about people were saying was, how can the Grand Inquisitor look so weird? Well, he doesn't look like he does in the cartoon, but they did that with Bane too, where he doesn't look exactly like it, but of course it's live action.
Things are gonna look a little different.
But they showed his people in, was it Attack of the Clones?
I think it was Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah. They looked a lot better there. This guy's just like a dude in white makeup. Like, it's not menacing enough.
The thing is, it's a little puffy too.
Yeah.
It's like a little too stretchy. Like, I didn't like it.
His eyes need to be more yellow.
Yeah, the other one in episode 3 seemed a lot more scarier, actually.
Yeah.
He was actually nice. He was just like...
He just looked scary.
He just looked very, very scary, yeah.
But, I mean, you see little kid Luke, like, being like, oh, I'm going to be a pilot or whatever. I love all that stuff, but this thing was what? How many episodes? Did they say 6? Is it 6?
I think 6.
And they're like hour-long episodes? Mm-hmm. So this is like a 6-hour-long Obi-Wan Kenobi movie.
Yeah.
But I've been hearing that, this is a broken Obi-Wan Kenobi. A Kenobi who lost his faith. A Kenobi who lost his hope. But I just hope it isn't everyone else saving the day and Obi-Wan Kenobi's the little crybaby the whole time.
Well, that doesn't make any sense because he has ability to talk to Qui-Gon.
Yeah, see,
so why would he lose hope if he could talk to him?
Do we get Qui-Gon?
Do we get a ghost?
Yeah, we should.
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
I don't see why not.
Why wouldn't he? Yeah, we should. That's a good point.
Mm-hmm. Here, and the thing is, and I do like the I guess that we see a woman in here with the braids, whatever, and she has a lightsaber. She looks like she's another Inquisitor from the Fallen Order video games. The Inquisitor that's chasing you in that game. They're saying, from what I heard, that that's her sister. So but the thing is, you realize you're just pawns.
Yeah.
And just like how she got thrown away by Vader, same for you. Doesn't matter what. Once you become not useful,
right?
Vader just strikes you down.
Yeah, you're not. You're just in the.
Which was probably one of the coolest and almost funniest scenes in that game is when Vader finally shows up, and it's just like, oh, get the hell out of here!
Yeah, run away. We're not fighting you.
I also thought that was really funny in Rebels when Ezra's like, "Well, was that an Inquisitor?" He's like, "You have no idea who we're still alive."
Right.
We're so lucky to even be breathing right now. Because that was no Inquisitor. That was a Sith Lord.
Yeah.
And the Sith Lord of Sith Lords. Okay, we don't want to be messing with this guy again. I love that scene too when Vader's talking to him. And he's like, well, I'm not afraid of you. And he's like, well, then you'll just die brave. It doesn't matter. Either way, you're going to die. Vader's going to strike you down.
And then it's even better because he breaks his lightsaber. Then he has all that fear. He's like, I guess I was wrong. Like, you're still going to die with all this fear. I don't care.
Yeah, he can sense it. Yeah, you are afraid.
You are
because
afraid.
this is Darth freaking Vader.
Well, it was the weird. It's that presence. They can sense it. They can sense, like you said, when Caden's like, he's sitting there. He's like, I can feel the anger, the hate, everything. I can just...
It's oppressive.
Yeah, it's like, oh, geez.
It's like a field of anger that just comes out of him. Here's the thing. Yeah. We get that Obi-Wan Vader fight.
I think you do, but it has to be done right. It can't be done in a weird kind of way because you still got to show both characters being strong enough and somehow
get away from each other,
right? Killing each other
because it's like, oh, so we meet again. That line from New Hope makes it sound like yes, they had another meeting. So I'm thinking there's got to be something else. You hear the breathing. We know Hayden Christensen is going to put the suit on. It's going to be great. I'm just worried I don't want Obi-Wan Kenobi to be sidelined in his own story. And they could do that. They kind of cut off Boba Fett's balls. They kind of did.
A little bit.
They kind of did.
Yeah.
And I don't want them to do that to Obi-Wan.
Yeah, we need to have Obi-Wan be the star of this show and actually be brave like he is and not be, like I said, a coward.
But
or,
I do like the fact that the Grand Inquisitor, he's like, it's easy to find Jedis because they're going to help people. Just find where people are being helped and you'll find a Jedi because they can't stop themselves from doing the right thing. So that's kind of screwed up, right? That's kind of messed up to like, it's not like, oh, we'll find a criminal because they can't stop being criminals. We'll find the good guy because he can't stop being a hero.
And it's even worse coming from the Grand Inquisitor because he was a Temple Jedi.
Yeah.
So he knows personally, like, what they're going to do.
That's so messed up.
Like, it's really messed up. It's really kind of...
It's almost like you think Obi-Wan's going to have to, like, let bad things happen and not step in.
Oh, yeah.
Like, see terrible things happening because I can't blow my cover because it's more important for me to protect Luke than it is for me to help this store owner who's getting their stuff smashed in by some bandits or whatever.
Yeah.
That's going to suck for him to have to sit through that. But, so, do we get to see... I hope, in my mind, I want to see Obi-Wan get into some fights, but at the same time, it makes no sense he has to keep lay low. So does he even use his lightsaber? Does he even, like...
The thing is, if he does, it's got to be limited because they're going to sense it.
Like, there's a Jedi living out in the frickin' dunes. So, everyone's kind of like, oh, you're just buying into nostalgia. If it's a good story, it's a good story. And this trailer looks pretty good. I'm not going to crap all over it until it gives me a reason to.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just people are insta hate on everything. Just like with Boba Fett, it was a rough ride. It was a rough ride, a little low, some highs.
It's a bad batch.
And it ended in the mid. So you just call them as you see them. Let the story impress you or disappoint you. If you go in with this idea that it's gonna suck and you have no other way of thinking, it's gonna suck for you.
Yeah, you got to come up with a thing. I think Disney Star Wars at least deserves that much because so far it's been a mixed bag, but at least there's some good too, and people don't even seem to see that.
The fact that Hugh McGregor came back. Mm-hmm. The fact that he wanted to be a part of this, the fact that they got Hayden Christensen to come back, because they didn't have to do that. She's going to be Vader in a damn suit. So they could have just had anyone do it. But it's cool that they brought him back, and the fact that he's been out of movies and TV for like forever, that he was willing to come back for this. And that's super cool. There's got to be just a killer fight.
This is a very important series, and I think one of the reasons why it's important is the prequels was so divided fans amongst, do we love them, do we hate them? And I think this could be the ultimate redemption for those fans that felt, yes, it was good. Yes, Hugh McGregor was good for Obi-Wan. Hayden Christensen had his, good moments. I know that may be a controversial statement. But as Darth Vader, we can finally get the redemption of both those actors, those characters, and kind of those fans that love the prequels can get their justification. Like, yes, this was right. This was good.
It's because when just watching old behind-the-scene footage, and then they're talking to Hayden Christensen how much he loved fighting with the saber, and how he brought so much of himself to his character, and how he knew things like video games. Like, he's like, oh, when I do this combo, I wanted this to be my starter, and this to be my reversal, this to be my counter, because he already had such a big idea about it. He's like, when Anakin's fighting someone he thinks is lesser than him, he's more brash with his movements because he doesn't care, because he knows he can just overcome them. So, but when he gets more serious, when he gets the two-handed, that's when Vader knows he's fighting an opponent that he has to pay attention to. But I love the fact that Hayden Christensen cared enough to bring that kind of attitude, because Anakin would know I know I'm good. And he kind of, that kind of pride in his ability to fight shows in how he actually does his saber combat. I love stuff like that, so we gotta have a cool lightsaber fight. And I do love the fact that Hugh McGregor hates the idea of Kylo Ren's saber having a hilt. He's like, it makes no sense, because if you know how to use a lightsaber, you don't need a hilt. Yeah. If you know what you're doing, you always would talk crap about it. You'd always why in the world would you even need that? If you know what you're doing, if you're a pro, you don't need any of that. So he's kind of like those like training wheels. Get that damn crap off your lightsaber. I just love that. I think that's so cool. But Obi-Wan, and then the thing is, going back to Obi-Wan being sad Obi-Wan, he just basically, for all he knows, is he killed his brother, his Padawan that he loved so much.
The Jedi Order
is fallen. He's probably gotten messages from nobody, because everyone's been slaughtered by Order 66.
Right.
So, of course he's going to be a little sad, guys. But I think he's going to have to pick himself back up and realize that his mission of protecting Luke and making sure nothing bad happens to Luke is so important that he has to, and that leads into Rebels.
Do you think we see Ahsoka?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I don't think so because
She has her own show. I think they're gonna save her for her own show.
Right, and she did say that she doesn't even know if Obi-Wan's alive in Rebels. I think she's officially has said that. She's like, I don't know if he is alive. So I don't think, unless she was lying to kind of like, don't mess with Obi-Wan. But
See, that's the thing is now that we're running into the other shows, there's stuff that's in those things that where they gotta have to follow it.
Yeah.
Because Maul fights Obi-Wan in Rebels, but that's not until he's older.
Yes.
So it's not, so he's like gray-haired in that.
Right.
So that's definitely a couple of years after this. We think Luke's maybe 10, 11, 12, 13.
He looked kind of like 10-ish
Yeah, he did. But the thing also we know is that Luke barely beats Ahsoka and Boba Fett. Remember, because that's the first time I think he met her, so...
Yeah.
Ahsoka.
Yeah,
so we know they never met before that then. So.
It's interesting because now we have all this TV stuff and all the movies kind of running into each other because you can't go too long. Can't do another season because then we're starting into Luke being Luke and we get into episode 1.
So you can get
episode 4.
You can get another season of Boba Fett, but you can't get another season of this.
Yeah. Let's do like 2-3 episodes.
Yeah, maybe.
Because that's basically what these things are. It's just a really long, big movie cut up into parts.
Yeah.
Do you think we get any interaction with Luke? Not with Obi-Wan, but like seeing Luke with Owen.
Well, yeah, Uncle Owen and stuff.
I hope so.
Yeah. Him building stuff and him showing like kind of being like how... And I kind of want Obi-Wan to see that he's so much like his father. He has so much of his father, even though he never met him. You know, they're being a really good pilot, being capable with machines and knowing stuff with droids, and how that was something that Anakin was super good with, and that kind of like generational kind of went to his son too.
Would you show a little bit of the dark side in him, like him getting angry and stuff, like being like
just being a young kid? Of course, you're gonna give it. Do we get little girl Leia? Do we see her in some way?
Ooh, that'd be awesome.
I would love that.
That's some shit.
Yeah, but like, I'd be looking at my sister. You get to be a damn princess and I live in a freaking crab hole. Like, what kind of garbage is
That
that?
actually really stinking cool. I don't know if they'll do that, but that'd be.
Well, just blame Yoda, okay? That's Yoda's fault.
Do you want to see little girl Leia running around with their little buns with little baby buns?
I do. I think
At least the scene. I mean,
do you have Obi-Wan like go protect
Go to
her
Alderaan?
and just make sure she's fine?
See, because there's so much stuff that Obi-Wan could be doing. I know he's supposed to be looking after Luke, but what's he going to just do? Be poking up over the rocks every 10 minutes? Like, he's got to be doing
I think
stuff.
there's going to be some side missions. He has to do other stuff.
Well, I think once he finds out about the Inquisitors are hunting him, he's going to have to draw them away.
Maybe that's
Because I don't want them to be near me and then sense something in Luke and go after him. So he's probably going to have to go into, like, do we leave the planet? Do we stay on Tatooine the whole time?
I would hope you leave the planet. I really do.
See, but we would have to give him a reason. Is he going to leave Luke by himself?
Because of Boba Fett, we practically, except for a few episodes, they just stayed on the planet Tatooine. So it's like we're going to do that again.
Like a benta.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. Of course, I want all Star Wars things to be amazing. I want them everything to be amazing. But if they're not, Bad Batch was just okay. Boba Fett was just okay. Mandalorian was amazing.
Awesome. Yeah.
So it is possible to have things to be good and bad. We don't live in this world where you have to love everything or hate everything. No, things can just be okay. And, hopefully Obi-Wan can be amazing. But when you heard the Duel of the Fates, when that kicked in, it's like, ooh. Ooh, I love it.
The music choice in the trailer was really good.
It was super good.
Because the beginning part was episode 3, the sad battle between Anakin and Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Which is that sad look.
It's just because it's the failure of everything. It's his failure as a teacher. It's the failure of the Jedi Order for not seeing. The Palpatine was so close and they didn't see it.
They didn't see it.
Even Yoda didn't see it.
There's even snippets in the novels where they're like they go to his chambers and he has Sith artifacts in his chambers. But he's like, oh no, I got them from people that just donated to me. But come on, really?
But that's how when something's so close to you, you can't see it.
Yeah, I guess.
But also it makes it even more so because we know in Rebels Yoda fights him before all this, and he doesn't even realize that's
crazy.
Yeah.
It's him. I mean, come on. How can you not notice?
But it's one of those things where that was the folly of the Jedi.
Yeah.
They were proud in their strength, but not like, oh, I'm better than you, but they were so confident in it.
Yeah.
And that was kind of a downfall. But people say that Mace Windu. Do you think he comes back?
It could be
because they didn't know if he's dead or not, but he flew out the damn window. I mean,
what about a stinger? Something if they're gonna do something else, right?
Yeah.
I think you do it as that because you have Darth Vader ready and you have the other villains. It might be too much, right?
Yeah. I don't want Mace Windu to be a throwaway. Like, oh, here I am.
I guess he was a stinger for Han Solo, so people might just want to see him at this point.
Yeah, I know, right? That's so funny how they kind of set up this whole thing with the Han Solo at the end with Darth Maul. The Darth Maul, and then how that kind of didn't go anywhere or do anything, and no one cared because by the time it happened, no one gave a crap. Yeah. But do we see any other characters? Do we see? Because it's on Tatooine, the people coming and going. Do we see like, oh, that's young Han Solo? Oh, that's
young Mandalorian.
Or they do something really stupid with like, they have there's a ship here from Alderaan and it's like young Leia and she like happens to bump into young Luke, but they don't know that they're brother and sister. Oh, sorry, I bumped into you. They could do something stupid like that.
They could.
I would almost want to see a funny Han Solo and Leia.
Yeah, like young, like he'd steal something from her.
There's something like that.
Cool. That'd be kind of fun. Yeah. Oh, that thief, get him, and he runs off and he gets away with it. Oh, they all knew each other. But that's so stupid, but I love it at the same time. But this is going to show you how much people love those original characters. Yeah. No one cares about young Rey. No one wants to see that story. No. Imagine this story, but for like Rey, no one would care. It'd be boring as hell.
Yeah, we already know it's going to be.
Well, we already know Jakku. We already know.
Yeah, it's on Jakku.
And I know you all have covered very well that the Disney trilogy is really the tragic side of all of this.
Yeah, like it's all going to lead up to that.
Right, and that's what the problem is with Luke. When we see the temple being built and all this stuff, and we're like, we just know it's just gonna
get burned down.
Yeah.
The thing is. So when and then Rebels, spoiler for Rebels, when Obi-Wan fights Maul and he beats him, he's like, is he the chosen one? And he tells him yes. Like, is he talking about Rey? Is he talking about Luke?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was really Rey the whole time.
Sure
he did. He figured it out. But that's the whole thing. All this doesn't matter what happens. It's all going to lead up to that trilogy. That trilogy that absolutely sucks.
Yeah, that's the thing, and they're not going to get rid of it. So.
Yeah, they're not going to do some alternate timeline or anything like that. That's never going to happen. That is a fanboy pipe dream.
Yeah.
There's no way they're going to sell all that out.
All you could do is do something after that.
Yeah.
To try to salvage what you can do at that point.
This one guy put a thing out there saying, after they try to do all the stupid crap that, because I bet you in 10 to 15 years they're going to come back and say, oh, Finn was a Jedi and do a series of him being a Jedi.
Yeah. You could
to win everyone back.
Yeah.
Well, he had a secret.
Yeah.
I have a secret. I have a secret. No.
Yeah. He said his special Jedi ability was to be able to keep a secret.
He did.
He did. I can't believe it.
Yeah, he was He-Man now.
But it's just one of those things. Yeah, no one can know my secret. Right. Poe can't know my secret. But yeah, looking forward to it. Of course, we'll do, because it's Star Wars, but we'll do it. It's, again, limited series.
I don't know if there's a date, right, yet, or no?
Yeah, I don't know, but it's going to be soon, because those shots looked finished. Everything looked really crisp. So I think the special effects look great, too.
Yeah, they look really good.
Again, a couple times in Boba Fett, things are a little sketchy. But in this one, everything in this trailer looked really, really good. We didn't get the Go-Go Power Rangers scooter bikes or anything like that.
Jeez, that was so bad.
Yeah, that was...
That's in here. Thanks for watching the video. Remember, you can contact us on any of the social media platforms in the description down below. And while you're here, be sure to click on one of the videos over on the right.